Tukur Yusuf Buratai. Who is he? Tukur Yusuf Buratai. Born the 24th of November 1960, is a retired Nigerian Army Lieutenant General who served as the Chief of Army Staff for the Nigerian Army from July 2015 to January 2021. He rose through various military commands and had a prominent role in Nigeria's counterinsurgency operations against the Boko Haram insurgency. Allegations of corruption. There have been several serious allegations raised against Buratai during and after his tenure. Some key points. 1. Property purchases abroad. Reports claim that Buratai purchased expensive real estate in Dubai between 2013 to 2015 while still in senior military positions. A civic group petitioned the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, in 2016, asking for investigation into whether the property acquisitions were properly declared. 2. Contracts and business interests. Investigative reporting says that a company registered by Buratai, Yasiga Nigeria Limited, received large payments, for example, approximately equals N49.7 million, N73.1 million from the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. In 2014, while Buratai was still an active senior officer, questions were raised about whether the military officer's business interests conflicted with his public duties and whether contracts were properly awarded. 3. Missing defense funds. Arling RR. Exposed by the news site Sahara. Reporters claimed that billions of naira and dollar-denominated funds intended for ammunition, arms, could not be traced. And properties tied to that investigation were linked, in media allegations, to Buratai's time in service. Buratai issued a statement denying any personal link to the property that the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission ICPC raided in June 2022. He said the property belonged to K-Salam Construction Company and that he had no relationship with that company. Official responses and controversies. The Nigerian Army, under his leadership, publicly instituted an asset declaration exercise for officers, with Buratai himself declaring his assets upon appointment. Supporters of Buratai argue that many of the allegations, especially those from online portals, are unverified, biased, or aimed at smearing his reputation. For example, a May 2023 commentary described the reporting as baseless allegations. Despite the seriousness of the allegations, as of the latest public reporting, there is no confirmed criminal conviction of Buratai for the major charges cited in the media. Significance and concerns. These allegations are significant because they touch on key issues in Nigeria: military procurement, transparency in defense spending, integrity of senior officers, overlaps between public service and private business. The credibility of the anti-corruption fight in Nigeria has been tied to how impartial investigations are conducted, especially involving senior officials. When senior military figures are implicated in allegations of contract awards or asset acquisition without clear accountability, it raises concerns about institutional trust, the effectiveness of oversight bodies, and the impact on operations, especially in what's next? Areas to watch. Whether Nigeria's anti-corruption agencies, the ICPC, EFCC, CCB, will take further action to investigate the various claims tied to Buratai's business interests and military tenure. The outcome, if any, of forensic audits of military procurement and contract awards during his period in office, how the Nigerian military and government will strengthen transparency, oversight, and asset disclosure mechanisms for senior officers to reduce such allegations in future. The degree to which credible reporting and documentation will either substantiate or refute key allegations. For example, tracing property ownership, contract documents, audit trails,